We're back with Super Auto Pets because I played 3 hours of other stuff and it was good, but it was no sap. Let's put it that way. Run me back with a new weekly here. Silkmoth, say business. Don't mind if I do, brother. Don't mind if I do. And I'll be... How about a grabby pianist? I took steroids earlier, and I am zooming, bro. No, you didn't. You did not take steroids earlier. You've been here since the start of stream. You are role-playing, being addicted to a non-habit-forming narcotic. Is this what you pictured for yourself as a little kid? When you thought about what life was going to be like as an adult? Oh, it's for my asthma? Maybe you did take steroids. Maybe you are zooming. Never mind. All that messed up stuff that I said, I'd like to apologize. You got me on that one. You kind of cooked with that one. But you know what they say. Say business. You got to double down. I'm not a double downer. I'm more the kind of guy who's like, if I make a mistake, I'm like, I'm sorry. I know we're a dying breed. Now, I'll play Balatro when the game comes out or when they release a new demo, okay? I'm not farming the same demo for 10 years. Hey, turn one for us. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. Plus, I already mastered the game anyway. What do you think about the idea that chats reflect their streamers? I think that that's a way for 28-year-olds watching me to avoid having any agency in their own lives. So they can just type messed up stuff, and then when I'm like, hey, you should be nicer, they're like, well, I'm only mean because of you. And I'm like, brother, I don't even know who the heck you are. You're probably mean because you grew up in Ohio, and I have sympathy for that. But at the same time, don't put that on me. My ass in a completely different country, just minding my own business. Minding my own business. Look at, like, this is what is, it's crazy to be a streamer, man. I'm just out of turn 3 in Super Auto Pets. People are coming at me with loaded, like, Bill Maher-ass questions. And you know who the real victim is? All the hardworking people of Ohio that don't yet have broadband internet, so they don't even know that they're being attacked right now. And their weekend was already hard enough, losing to the University of Michigan for the 3rd time in a row. Like, they're going through it right now, man. Not to mention the Bengals lost to the Steelers of all teams. Sure. I'm not a big fly catcher guy, but any port in a storm. Burrow is out, man. I know, he messed up all my parlays. Who's the QB for the Steelers? Kenny motherfucking Pickett? You think I'm stupid? You really think you would just, I would come up here and start telling lies and anecdotes about shit that I don't understand? You think I don't know who Kenny Pickett is? He's like the 24th best starting QB in the NFL right now. Now, who's number 2? I don't know. Fucking probably, well, I mean, Mahomes has got to be number 1 just on aggregate, but you probably got to say Lamar Jackson's number 2 right now, right? Right? Dak Prescott. Listen, we're talking about regular season and playoffs, okay? Not just regular season. What about Jalen Hurts? I forgot that guy existed. He's really good too. Okay, you got me on that one. Maybe that bumps him down to number 3. See, I didn't double down. If I was going to double down, I would have said, oh, I prefer quarterbacks who throw the ball. He had 3 throwing touchdowns. Yeah, I know, but he had 2 rushing touchdowns too. So when you minus one from the other, his ratio's all messed up. Yes, you know what? We go first. No need to go again. We go first. Tommy DeVito, bro. Some of you guys are cool. Do not look at the New York Giants stats this year. Brother, they are ass. Not as ass as the Patriots, whom they beat on Sunday, by the way. What can I say? Egg-nosed ball. I lived for a second, too. That's the worst part about it. How do you feel about the Buffalo Bills? Here's how I feel about the Buffalo Bills, bro. Why the hell Josh Allen running out the clock to send the game to OT when he's 0-6 lifetime in overtime? Dude legit couldn't have just tried to push it into field goal range to seal the deal? His clutch stat is like a negative 36, bro. How do you know all this? I was sick on Saturday and a little bit on Sunday, so I was watching some TV. You think I didn't see Michael Penix Jr. throwing Hail Marys into the end zone when he's in field goal range, 24-24 in the Apple Cup? Bro's literally trying to throw the game and his Heisman chances away for no reason when he could have just passed the ball to the halfback. What's he doing? He actually knows ball. I know! Like, holy, it was so painful. Thank you! And then people are like, Penix Jr. doesn't make the play calls. Bro, if your OC is out here telling you to throw into double coverage with 36 seconds on the clock when you're in field goal range in a tie game in the fourth quarter, that's when you become the leader of men. And you say, we're not doing that shit. I'm just going to, I'm going to hand the ball off to the running back and just send him up the gut. We literally don't even need to gain yards. Just duct tape the ball to your chest. Shit was driving me crazy, man. I don't really want to go down this Royal Flycatcher road. This run has no future. Hey, Anel, why does my new cat's shit stink so bad? That's an easy one. Because it's shit. That is the way it's supposed to smell. Yours stinks, mine stinks. It's stuff, like your body's pretty stinky on the inside, and even your body is saying, this is too stinky for me. So like, what do you expect? That's a meatball. That's true, that one was a meatball. That one was too easy. No points. You're gone, brother. Okay, yeah, this I completely reworked my entire team. We should be fine. We should be fine. What do you think about this one, Librarian? We getting another win? I know you'd like to think your don't stank. So true, but lean a little bit closer or take it from somebody who got food poisoning again, probably. Don't. Because the fecal to oral route, it's got hands. They are not messing around. No. I'll pass on this one. You pass? I'll pass on this one. Pass on that one. What? They're like me, but better. Where do we go with this game? You know, it used to be cat, dog, lion, tiger. Now we got Fucking gharial, bat gharial, hoopoe bird. What in the name of Crocodile Dundee is the hoopoe bird? Let me think about this for a second. These are not the animals I want, bro! Almost any animal would have worked. Gharial would have worked. Hippo would have worked. Don't want that shit. Don't want that shit. Okay? You gotta take it. Gotta have it. Like it, love it. Gotta have it. This is what we want to see. Also, I saw some bait in the chat, but I chose to respond to it. I didn't get baited into responding to it. I chose to respond to it. They said, NL, why do you think it's okay to have a fake Christmas tree? My family owns a tree farm, and I think that's messed up. It's because fake plants are actually awesome. I never realized until we got fake plants, but they're great. They look like real plants. They give out the same vibe as real plants. They are not toxic to your pets, which every real plant on Earth is. They don't need to be watered. They don't shed needles or leaves all over the place. You don't need to chop down a real tree, make the environment worse, just to have a little organic life on display. I'm not anti-real plant. I'm just saying the fake plants are great too. Plastic is good for the environment? Well, I don't know. We got one plastic Christmas tree. What's worse? One plastic Christmas tree or chopping down 60 evergreen trees for like a lifetime's worth of Christmases? I honestly don't know. I'd have to look at the thermodynamics of that one. One plastic Christmas tree, your ass loading diesel into your Mercedes SUV to drive 30 minutes to the tree farm. I'm an environmentalist. I'm an environmentalist. Shut the fuck up. Your ass getting on me for having one plastic tree behind me and going on a Disney cruise. Meanwhile, it's your honeymoon. You go to Japan. Oh, the CO2 doesn't matter. It's just CO2. CO2 on a trip to Japan. Bat chest. They're fucking us all, brother. We're not fucking each other. They're fucking us, okay? Just keep a real tree outside and bring it in once a year? Brother, you think I got 450-foot tall ceilings? I live in the Pacific Northwest. I'm not bringing a tree inside of a living tree inside of my fucking house. Are you stupid? Digging a 30-foot hole in the ground and replanting the fucking root system? You've lost your damn mind. A tree inside of the house? What do you think this is? The firefighters clubhouse on the Netflix reality TV program Siren Survive the Island? You're crazy. I'm going to go a little insane on this one. Let me get a foam sword, level 2. Hey, by the way, Malf, I had a question for you because you're my plant guy. I know you love hearing the questions, so I don't want people to suggest that Malf's not going to enjoy hearing this, okay? We have a maple tree in our backyard. I don't know how old it is. It's 9 feet tall. It's definitely not at full mapling yet. Like, it's not 30 feet tall with huge leaves and stuff like that. Like, it's a teenage maple tree. Everybody that saw it said, you guys got to cut that down ASAP. Because apparently maple trees are great at sucking resources out of the soil and thus making the rest of the soil inhospitable for other plants. Can I have your opinion on this? I think he's cooking up like a great answer. I'm willing to wait. Tell them, and I quote, fuck off. I'm not going to tell my in-laws to fuck off, but can I get maybe some reasoning? By the way, I love the answer. I love where your head's at, because I don't want to go through the trouble of getting rid of this tree either. That sounds annoying or expensive. All trees suck up resources. Yeah. Should I cut down all trees or no trees? Is what I'm trying to say. None. Okay. All right, fair enough. Leave the tree. All right, I'm going to leave the tree, and when it starts leaching the soil, I'm going to concrete over the rest of my backyard and turn it into a basketball court. Don't tell my wife. Dude, ostrich might go insane here if I live long enough to make it work. Which I probably won't. What do you, tier 5 pet or higher? Tier 5 pet or higher? Tier 5 pet or higher, bro. Come on. Tier 5 pet or higher. Come on. Come on with this. He's crazy. She's here. I was hoping she was doing my 6-day routine of watching all the Home Alone movies. My mind's so off the hinges, I believe you. That's why I'm gonna let you go. You got 3 seconds to get your sorry 2-timing 4-flush keister off my property. Go again. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year. So good. 1, 2, 10. Ah! Not gonna lie, Buzz is up there. Buzz is a piece of crap, man, for real. You just start a Home Alone 2, he puts the candles behind Macaulay Culkin's ears. Everybody starts laughing at him. Macaulay Culkin gets... Obviously, Macaulay Culkin's gonna get traumatized. He's singing a solo in the choir, and everybody starts laughing at him. The kid's like 8 years old. He turns around and pushes him a little bit. Then all the kids fall over. He didn't pack the bleachers like that. That's the gym teacher, bro. He should be nicer to his little brother. In real life, nobody would have laughed. That's exactly true. In real life, people would have been like, what's he doing with the candles, man? I don't get it. He keeps doing the candle thing. Also, I was thinking about this. I don't know how to check this. Maybe this is a Chat GPT question. Is Home Alone the highest grossing movie with the longest, I guess it's an impossible question. Is it the highest grossing movie with the longest non-speaking section in it? Because basically you're right, Usual Suspects got to be good here. Everyone was saying Usual Suspects, and I was like, what are you talking about? They talk all the time in that movie. Brother, there are silent films. Yeah, that made no money. But from the part of the film where they try to break into Kevin McAllister's house until when the Wet Bandits get arrested, there is no dialogue. All you hear is Joe Pesci go, "Shut up, Frederick! Shut up, Frederick! Shut up, shut up, Frederick! Shut up, shut up, Frederick! Shut up!" That's all he says. That's not dialogue. You can't put subtitles on that. It's unsubtitleable. Oh, it's true. Marv does say, "Why are you dressed like a chicken?" To which Joe Pesci goes, "Shut up, brother, shut up. Shut up, brother." Chat GPT says 2001 A Space Odyssey. Honestly, they must have been fucking confused at the end of that movie in like 1967. The most avant-garde piece of art at the time was I Wanna Hold Your Hand by the Beatles. Then all of a sudden you go see this cool movie about outer space and it ends with like a 20-minute acid trip where a dude's in a king-size bed and there's like a fucking domino at the end of the bed. I know nowadays everybody's like, I get it. I bet when people left the movie theater day one, they were like, what the fuck was that? What the hell was going on at the end of... I was kind of following it. The robot went a little bit off the rails. And then he just started seeing kaleidoscopes. And I don't get it, man. Not a good round three, alas. How's the gut doing? Diogrigo, welcome back. I'm okay. I think I'm going to be good to go on the Peloton tomorrow. Why wouldn't I take the thing that gives you a level up? Because we could get an even better level up. That stings. Copy-friendly toy ability is level 1 till end of battle. I don't think that's going to be happening. Was it overindulgence during the holidays? Nah, bro. I'm straight edge. I literally don't know what gave me the disease. There's a few options, okay? By the way, your own bias is going to determine what you think it was, okay? Because there's no way to run a reverse 3' to 5' direction RNA transflimerase on this via a stool sample. Here's the current hypotheses, okay? Friday night, we ordered pizza. I got a salad from the pizza place. Could it have been salad from the pizza place? Possibly. Friday at the daycare, there was a kid's birthday party, and one of the parents made cake pops. My kid, I brought the cake pop home for her. She said, I don't want this. I said, let's go. I ate it. Was it the homemade cake pop? I don't know if they're washing their hands when they're making the cake pop or using old eggs or something like that. Ruka left a very virulent bowel movement in the litter box. Is it possible while I was scooping it, it got vaporous, made it into the lungs or into the mouth and thus entered the digestive tract? Anything's possible. Or could it have just been a little norovirus that started a few days earlier at the daycare and finally filtered over to me? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm going with pizza place salad. I know that this is stupid, but it's no stupider than you saying this is what caused it without actually knowing, because you're just guessing. My bias, this is not fact-based. My bias is that I always assume food poisoning is more likely to come from home cooking of any sort than from food from a kitchen that actually is required to maintain health standards to the point where the health department could shut them down if they ever don't have like the perfect water temperature or like they've got too many rats in the kitchen. So I don't know what the answer is, obviously. I know as Brian Wilson said, I know there's an answer, but I got to find it by myself. Do, 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 do. My bias is the cake pop. But then it's confusing because Kate got it after me. She did not eat the cake pop, but maybe I got the virus from the cake pop and then I cultivated it and then some virons made it into her ecosystem. Or maybe she's got something completely different. This is why every house needs a doctor. Honestly. Because like people are like, oh, what's wrong with you? And the only honest answer is like 99% of the time, you just got to say, I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor. How do I know what caused it? You're like, if I went to the ER, you would kick the shit out of me. You would be like, what are you doing in the ER? There's people here with real problems. And then like a day later, they'll be like, what exact strain of bacteria gave you those symptoms? And I'm like, I don't know, brother. You won't see me. Doesn't make any damn sense. My wife's a doctor and she tells me she doesn't know. That's how you know your wife is a good doctor. I feel like the smarter a doctor is, the more they should be like, we don't know what's going on. Like you ever look, I had gastroenteritis, right? Nausea, stomach cramps, vomiting, diarrhea, a little bit of pain in the abdomen, low-grade fever, some, headache. That's the differential diagnosis for like those 6 symptoms is like 900 different problems. There's no way they could know. Isn't that what being a doctor is? You just you group them together and you're like one medicine would take out 70% of the things. And then if that doesn't work, come back. You obviously didn't have that. I was convinced that my kidneys were failing. I was like, I either have food poisoning or I'm going to die because my kidneys are failing. They have the exact same symptoms. Especially because kidney failure, one of the symptoms is too much urination or not enough. And I was like, I don't know which one it is, but one of those covers me right now for sure. Symptom, normal amount of urination. It's called the disease of life. Anyway, I think it was just food poisoning because I'm still here. What's the cure? Food poisoning, I think you just ride it out. Kidney failure, I think you go on dialysis for like the rest of your life. So I'm pretty stoked that it probably was just food poisoning. We'll just knock on wood. There should be a streamer doctor who's like, anytime you get sick, you could just dude, we gotta come on. Now we got a few thousand people watching this, right? Dr. K's for the mental though. I mean for the physical. Here's the thing, is like I'm so stoked that there's more of a focus on mental health now. Mental health is real. That's great. But now we need some of the fucking psychiatrists to now put more of a priority on the physical health. Because I think we're neglecting that a little bit. We need more capacity for physical health. Physical health is real health. I want to have like a doctor that I can just call up on Discord and I could be like, take a look at this stool sample. Am I going to die? But I know because the doctors are so responsible, they would look at this shit and then they would be like, I don't know, brother, go to the emergency room. And I'd be like, man, fuck you. What do I keep you around for? Go to the emergency room, ass. Just tell me what's wrong with me, dickhead. Fuck ass. I could tell myself to go to the emergency room. Why don't you call your doctor? You know why I'm not calling my doctor. Shit pisses me off, man. Don't get me started on the telehealth. A lot of, ooh, Buffalo. A lot of these are pandemic hangovers. But Kate, I always talk about this. You remember when, like, one day our daughter's, like, around her eye just turned super red? And we were freaking out because she's like 1 year old. So we're like, she's probably allergic to something and she's gonna die. So it's like step one is like, are we gonna go to the emergency room for a little redness around the eye? I don't know. That's like a 14-hour trip at that time because it's a 30-minute drive to the hospital, 2 hours to get somebody to talk to you, and then 10 hours of sitting in a chair waiting to be seen by a doctor. So we said, no. Let's call 811 first. 811 is the nurse's hotline. So I said, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that first. Called 811. They said it'll be 2 hours till a nurse can talk to you. Left it on speakerphone on hold. Talked to the nurse. She said, unfortunately, without us being able to see it, all we can really do is recommend going to the emergency room. Thanks a lot. That's a good... But at that point, I wish that we had gone to the emergency room 2 hours earlier instead of waiting around for that useless information. So I said, I don't know, let's finally try one of these like telehealth apps. And then I did a telehealth with like the TELUS Health. And then I talked to a doctor who might have just been Chat GPT. And he's like, can you send me a picture? I sent a picture of the eye. And they're like, unfortunately, without like a physical examination, we can't tell what this is. You should go to the emergency room. I was like, you are fucking useless. No disrespect. Literally every telehealth appointment is like, just go see a real doctor. Why do you exist? Anyway, by that point, the swelling had gone down. So like, no big deal, I guess. It was just kind of annoying. Telehealth only exists to get drugs? I was kind of losing it when I said that I might have food poisoning in the Peloton sub-community. And then people were like, someone in there was like, I buy antibiotics. I'm not a prepper at all, by the way. But they said, I buy antibiotics from this website and they ship them from India to America and I keep it in my bug out bag. And I was like, hold on now. Speak on that for a minute. For legal purposes, don't tell me whether or not that's illegal. Is that a thing you can do? Then also somebody said if you don't want to do that, you can just get fish antibiotics. Are you telling me that the fish get antibiotics without needing a diagnosis, but a human being has to prove that they're really sick to get the antibiotics, and it's the same antibiotics? Everybody is doing their best, okay? I recognize that. But I think like once every 50 years, somebody needs to come into like all these, because these systems are like you build, bureaucracy, you build, rework, you build. Then like after 50 years, there's like a lot of cruft and some like contradictory processes start to come into play. You need just one person to come in every 50 years and be like, does it seem right that the fish are getting better medical treatment than the people? That's just, okay. And then all of a sudden you can get ciprofloxacin at the pharmacy. That's all I'm saying. It's almost like antibiotic resistance exists. Yeah, but I would rather die to the antibiotic resistant superbacteria than die to some shitty bacteria that isn't resistant to the antibiotics that's killing my ass right now. I got to get rid of the thing that's killing me first before I can worry about not dying of the thing that might kill us later. That kills us too, dickhead? Okay, well, don't fucking give any antibiotics to the damn fish then. Or the chickens, for that matter. Don't even get me started finding out it's hard to get ciprofloxacin because 99% of the world's cipro goes to the poultry arm of the Animal Husbandry Guild. We got to start treating people with more respect, man. Any legislators in chat? My local member of parliament be like, best I could do is a $20 Save on Foods gift card, brother. It's hard out here. Okay, obviously we want monkey. You're both gone. Don't be in a rush. You're gone first. 2 life remains. This is big. Chocolate me. Lynx is pretty good too. No disrespect there. Oh, we're going. It would suck to be a legislator, for sure. I think you're right. Like, if I ever saw a politician that had jurisdiction over me in public, I would be airing my grievances, like, immediately. I would be like, come on, man. This is... It's crazy out there. They would probably be like, I know, I saw the Salmonella and Campylobacter supercut. I know. And I'd be like, no, you don't know. Here, you didn't. That's only the stuff that I said on stream, motherfucker. Get ready. Does this make sense to you? And then, yes, I know the fish get the antibiotics. Yeah. Do you think it's good to buy my medicine at the PetSmart, brother? No, it's not even a local pet store. It's an international chain. No, we don't think it's good. We don't think it's good. We're still running the pilot project on whether you should be able to consume 1 can of beer in the park. Sorry, it's taking a little longer than we expect. Man, fuck you. That's what we're looking for. We're going to die. Are you saying I shouldn't vote? No, you should always vote, but you should disabuse yourself from the notion that it's going to enact realistic change. You should do it. It's like taking a multivitamin, you know? You're like, the science says that I have to do this. It can't be bad for me. But if you expect that it's going to like completely make your life do a 180, you're putting a lot of pressure on like one little tablet, you know? The science is still out on the multivitamins? Nah, bro, I take them every day. And I'm kind of a bastion of health as long as we're talking about cycling output instead of gastrointestinal health. Let me get, let's go melon helmet. Your ass is sick every week. I'm actually, this fall, I've been anti-sick. We were even talking about it in the Peloton sub. People were putting scientific literature out there that's like cardiovascular exercise apparently is like a deterrent to respiratory illness. I've been cruising. And fuck you, I got sick on the weekend. I got sick on my time, motherfucker. What are you complaining about? I was here at 9:06 a.m. Monday morning. You can suck me as far as I'm concerned. I'm sitting in my damn office. It's none of your damn business. If anybody should be mad that I was sick, it's my wife, who on Saturday was like, I gotta do all this stuff for the weekend. I gotta take care of the house. I gotta take care of the kid. I gotta take care of the food. Meanwhile, my ass was like in the, you know, I was in a fugue state. Me being sick on my time is none of your business. That's the librarian's business, because they outed me. We need this. And we need this. I'm not, it's out of respect for the librarian. I'm not bringing up their tweet on Friday. They walked it back. That's the important part. 4 wins. We go again.